John, are you on? Here he comes.
How are you?
Good. Good morning, John. How are you?
I am amazing, thank you. Oh, everything is just, I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for having me. And my book, If You Change Your Mind, You Can Change Your Life, it's definitely a page turner and it's going to be something that will be able to bless people abroad. You see, I started out writing this book 4 years ago, but I went on this journey of just higher learning and beyond positive thinking, knowing that there's more. And at that time, when I did that, I had a shift and change. And when I saw uh, it was my limitations that was holding me back, it was me that didn't have self-belief. I said, "Oh my God, I got to change this." So then after 30 years, I shook up everything. I said, I'm not living the life that I want to live, that I believe that I was created to live. And I know that I'm enough. I didn't feel like I was enough. I wasn't being loved the way that I felt I wanted to, that I deserved to be loved. And so 8 weeks later, I uprooted everything and was living on the West Coast. I was in Florida at that time, born and raised Jersey Shore. And from that moment, that shift, it changed the trajectory of my life. Once I realized that we all are where we are simply from the decisions that we make. So if we become intentional with our decisions and we know and understand what it is that we really want, we really can change and shift our life and really live the life we want. We're just one decision away, one push away from reaching our potential. I had to understand. I listen and I constantly learn. I'm constantly reading. I'm constantly searching. I understood that with our human eye, we only see 1% of everything that's happening around us. We don't see infrared lights. We don't see this spiritual things. And I realize that there's cracks in our belief. We are where we are from society, from education, from what our parents taught us, and that's how we begin and have our limitations. And if you think you can, you will do it. If you don't think you can, or if you're not sure, then you won't. It's all in the mind and in the imagination. That I love Myron Golden, amazing, brilliant person, and he made this statement, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" When I heard it, he said that the first thing that God tells you about Himself is not that He's love, He's all powerful, He's all of these things. The first thing He tells us about Himself is that He's creative. In the beginning, I created. And so if we think that we are created in the image, we are consciousness and flesh. We're not more than what we think we are. We are part of the creation, his consciousness in flesh. And then once I realized that, I was like, wow, I can use my imagination to create my universe. Even when we're talking, we're spelling. That's why they call it spelling. We're casting spells like in the Disney movies. And so what you say you can have, and what you believe you are, that's where it all comes from. And so I had to realize, okay, I know that I am enough. I know that I'm more. And I just got to be able to change and transition. And once I changed my thinking, and then what I did, this sounds crazy, but I time traveled. I time traveled in my mind and had a conversation with my successful self. They're talking multiverses and all these things. I found my successful self, the one that I believe I was created to be. And I had a conversation with him. And then once I started to know who he was and understood, uh, and then how does he think? How would he handle these situations? I began to take that information and to use it and make my decisions as my successful self. And that's when you collapse time and everything will start to shift. And I started making my decisions from a place of abundance and knowing who I am, and not from a place of scarcity or not knowing if I could. I am a unbelievable, imaginative, brilliant individual. But that's not the story that was told to me. And we're working on outdated software. We are running and living our lives on the lie that was told to us, maybe by people who did it purposely or unintentionally. You know, even from teachers, you're not smart, you're not this. I am. That's why God said, I am that I am. I'm more than enough. Everything that is inside of you and everything that you want to be, it's already inside you. God did not send you here incomplete. Just like an apple tree doesn't have to beg to be an apple tree, it is an apple tree. From the seed, it has everything. The leaves, it grows tall, all the branches, everything that is inside of you, every dream that you have, every desire that you want is there if you're willing to put in the work. So that's why I had to get this book out, because I changed everything. And when I shifted my mind, my universe started to create and to shift and take form. And then I said, oh, wow, this is good. Look at God in the beginning when he created the light, separated the light from the darkness. And he said, this is good. I started looking at my life and I said, this is good. I found somebody who cared and loved me. I said, this is good. When I first came to Vegas, whoa, it was hard. Trying to date, oh my God. Middle age, no, no, thank you. Broke. That's a joke. But God has another plan. He sent me to the desert to come and to reshape, coming up from the ashes like the phoenix. Can these dry bones live? And the answer is yes. Everything that is inside of you can change and shift if you shift your mind, if you change your mind. I promise you, you can change your life starting today. You don't have to wait. Everything that you need is already inside you. You just have to believe it. Einstein said that
Message.
is the imagination. I'm going to wrap up with this. When you go to the movies to see anything, you want to see Superman coming up in July. Before you get to, once you sit in the movie, before the movie comes on, the lights go out and there's coming attractions. And those are our dreams and our visions. They're life coming attractions. And we can manifest them if we're willing to do the work and we stop thinking on outdated software. You are enough. You get my book
On
Amazon.
Can they find you anywhere else?
Instagram, The Real John Maurice. I have a website, iamjohnmaurice.com. Every Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I have a blog called Words Matter by John Maurice, and I talk about these things. I have a podcast called Words Matter with John Maurice, and that's on YouTube at iamjohnmaurice.com. There's so many things. Go to my website, and you'll be able to go and get there, find out all about me and all the exciting things that's coming. The shift change, the mind shift, it will create everything. I can teach you. I'm a new life coach. Thank you.